like all the Kings fans with DeMarcus Cousins, I want more. I don't want a 6-inch. I want a 12-inch.
What's up, guys? Mike here, and today we are looking at the 10 weirdest things to ever happen on an NBA basketball court, and if they're anything like
I want a 12-inch.
then I'm sure we can expect some crazy stuff. So let's just jump into this. Number one, we've got drunk lady walks onto a court. So as you can see, this is from the 2012 playoffs, and this lady just walks right onto the court. So, I mean, I think she clearly has to be drunk or something. But the weirdest part about this is that people say she was asking for Kenyon Martin. And apparently, even weirder, Kenyon Martin at one point had a stalker, which is impressive because, like, is Kenyon Martin a big enough star to have a stalker? I didn't think so. Like, I get the LeBron stalker, and we'll get to him. But if you're stalking Kenyon Martin, like, what are you really doing with your life? And wrapping this all up, the actual weirdest part about this is that Kenyon Martin was now on the Clippers in 2012. So this drunk stalker was in the wrong building. But I guess that's the quality of stalker we get with someone stalking Kenyon Martin. It makes sense. Okay, number two, we've got weird creep walks onto the court. And we can see here another fan on the court, which is like, all right, cool, man. We get it. You're drunk or you're vital. But actually, if we keep watching, we see that ESPN literally made a whole segment on this guy. They did a story that ran on their channel about the guy that walked onto the court this game.
He doesn't truly know how the fans here feel. I wanted to find some type of way to show him.
A crazy fan has run out onto the court.
And keep in mind, this is the Cavs, but it was when LeBron was on the Heat. But yeah, let's take a little look at this special because it's pretty weird.
There was something written on that shirt, and it said, "Come home, LeBron."
Nowhere did it say "Come home, LeBron." Already instantly, the commentator is completely wrong. You had one job, man. Just look at this creep, dude. Look at him. Look at his room. His room literally has 7 things that have LeBron's face on them from what we can see. Oh, and look, another life-size thing of LeBron that stares at him as he sleeps. This man chooses to have that in his room. This is Hey Arnold level of creepiness. And if you don't get what I mean,
is finished.
yeah, I just laughed at something I made. And continuing on, we also have a weird picture in this room, which combined with the look of this man, makes me think we've got some, "Dear LeBron, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling."
James Blair made himself into a symbol.
A symbol of everyone who has to notify their neighbors when they move in and tell them they're not allowed within 100 yards of a school zone. Let's just get past this creep. So number 3, we have Manu Ginobili kills a freaking bat. So the weirdest part about this is that this is Halloween night in 2009, and a bat just is loose on the court. So it's just flying around, you know, just minding its own business, I guess. And here we go. Watch Manu. Oh my God. He just swipes it. And the commentators are loving it.
Oh, Manu knocked it out of midair.
Everyone's loving it. And what's not to love, because Manu killed a bat with his bare hand. That's amazing. Unfortunately, though, he did have to get rabies shots, which are not exactly pleasant. And he said himself, "We're not worth it at all." And PETA was very mad at him. But those guys. Number 4, I'm pretty sure this mascot is dead. All right, so look at this guy. All right, so apparently the plan was for him to be lowered down and be like celebrating, pumping the crowd up, being like, "Oh, everyone, let's go." And instead, he's just clearly dead. Like, what is this? It's horrifying. It looks like there's a noose around his neck, and he just doesn't move. Listen to the commentator. Everybody up on your feet. Your mascot is dead. Why does no one care? For real though, what happened was he passed out in the costume and was fine. But still, number 5, Lance Stephenson becomes the weird creep. All right, so this is the 2014 Eastern Conference Finals. Pacers are down 3-1. So Lance just starts doing some weird stuff. Yeah, he's physical at first, flopping, of course, but he's just getting in people's faces. Gets in their huddle, which is hilarious. But things start to take a downhill turn when we know what happens next. What are you doing? So the funny part about this is that the Pacers did go on to win. So maybe this kind of worked, who knows? But Lance Stephenson has never been good again. Like this season, he was like bordering all-star level. And since then, he's just been a complete disappointment. So if anything, this was the blow that ruined his career. As for LeBron, this wasn't the only blowing incident he's had in his career. As you can see here, this is real footage. It just hurts. And it's also just very real and not photoshopped. Bonus weird thing. Let's take a second and watch JJ Redick and Blake Griffin just hold hands on a basketball court for way too long. Let go of his hand, bro. Number 6, True Love featuring Ron Artest. So as we can see here, Ron pantses Paul Pierce, and then Pierce just shakes it off and just drains a 3 in his face, which would be awesome in itself. But after all of this, Ron decides that he wants to make his own musical apology. Let's just listen to this.
Oh, I'm so sorry to humiliate you on TV by pulling your shorts down. I won't do it again.
All I'm saying is if you're gonna make a musical number and put it on national television, can you get a little more creative, Ron? Paul, I'm so sorry. He literally just sings about what happened. And as for not doing it again, yeah, you might not have pantsed someone. You went a little farther in the future.
Oh, I'm so sorry to humiliate you on TV by pulling your shorts down. I won't do it again.
Number 7, we've got Get That Shoe Out of Here. See, Maurice Spates loses his shoe. Curry just throws it back. You know, good teammate. But then he commits a turnover. Ball goes on the other end of the court. Now we see Jay Crowder miss a shot and watch Tyson Chandler.
Couldn't take advantage of it. That shoe is
Boom! Oh my god. And no one knows what to do. Everyone's in shock. It's awesome. So awesome. And this is what Tyson said. I'm doing everything to try to win. I don't care what it is. If it's hitting a shoe or hitting whatever it is. And there's no tech, no foul, nothing. Because there was just no rule made up for this instance. It was something that no one had ever thought about. Rightfully so. Number 8, a man lives up to his name. All right, so the Celtics are playing the Trailblazers. This is back when KG was on the team. And they end up losing a huge lead. They were up by something like 25, 30 points. And it slips all the way down to 13 when Big Baby Davis was playing. Keep in mind, they're still up by 13. And then Kevin Garnett does this. He just flips out on Glenn Davis. And Davis responds by crying on the end of the bench. Crying. A grown basketball player cried on TV. And we all saw it. How is that possible? How is this possible? How did he still play on the team after this? He's like, yo guys, get me a little more involved in the offense. They're like, shut up, dude. You fucking cried. I like to imagine that after this, Big Baby went up to Doc Rivers and played out this type of scene.
I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey, and I'm having me a whole bunch of kids. I'm gonna be a better father than he ever was. How come he don't want me, man?
As if this wasn't bad enough, if you type Glenn Davis's name into YouTube, one of the first results is Glenn Davis knocked out. As we can see, poor Big Baby just gets mysteriously hit, I guess, but he is just out of it. Look at him. He can't walk. He literally falls as he's trying to get up. He looks like my uncle trying to get in the car after Thanksgiving. Glenn Davis was given the name Big Baby very early in his career, pretty sure in college, and that was a self-fulfilling prophecy if I've ever seen one. Number 9, the boy who called flop. Watch Melo size up, ISO, and then fall. And here's the thing, he's just lying on the court, and they start playing. They just start playing. He's lying on the ground. Look at this. And JR's like, screw it, I'm J.R. Smith. What do you think's gonna happen? Takes on the whole team and throws the ball up to himself. And look at Melo. He's just lying on the ground still. No one believed him. They thought he was just flopping. And Adrian Dantley, his coach at the time, was just freaking out. And you can see, if we watch the replay, he does bang his head, bang his neck, bang something. And they just didn't stop the game at all, man. They were just playing over his dead body. Like, what? Number 10, the last one. Don't put me in, coach. I'm sleepy. Okay, so this is the 2014 Lakers, the same Lakers that went 27-55. And at this point, Robert Sacre on the Lakers was playing, even though he had 6 fouls, because the Lakers literally had no one else to use. A combination of injuries and fouls emptied their bench. So Chris came and decided to do this. So yeah, he just goes to sleep on the bench, which is hilarious and brought on a lot of Photoshop.
'Cause I'm dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow.
All right, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. This was kind of a funny video. It's just a change of pace, you know? I make so many serious videos once every week, once every 2 weeks. It's nice to switch it up. So definitely comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about this. I thought these were funny. It's just crazy what happens on an NBA court sometimes. But yeah, so if you're new, subscribe, do videos like this, do what ifs, look at NBA history, look at NBA conspiracies. Basically, if you love basketball, I think you'll love this channel, and I'd love to have you. And to everyone who's already subscribed, thank you guys so much for supporting. You mean the world to me, you know that. And as always, have an awesome day, my dudes, and cue that music.